Tonight, from Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the New England Patriots taking on the Baltimore Ravens.
It is a chilly night here in the northeastern U.S., but we've got some football to keep us warm at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the New England Patriots. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
So now the Ravens getting ready for their first go on offense. Commanding the offense will be Lamar Jackson, the electric quarterback out of the University of Louisville.
Okay, just to make sure I'm clear, you have not voted for NFL MVP yet, correct?
I have not. I always wait till the end. I
do the exact same thing, but let's just be honest here. Does he still have a shot? Here we are, week 16.
Yeah.
He's in the race, but is he really there?
Yeah, I think he needs a little help. It's fringe. Don't you agree?
I agree. I think he needs a lot of help. People have to play poorly down the stretch around him in terms of the other people who are the candidates, and he needs to be absolutely beyond spectacular. I think it's going to be really, really tough. But you know something? Being his team MVP, that's not such a bad thing, is it?
No, and he has been great for this team, no doubt about it. 8 quarters to prove himself. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
First down, Baltimore.
Jackson from the shotgun. And that is incomplete here.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. From the gun, Jackson. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the back.
Fucking bullshit.
Get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit it. There's the thing with it.
The Jackson going to hold on to it again. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Jackson looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. The 7th play now, this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though. From the gun, it's Jackson. He's going to let this one go deep. And this is taken in at the 5. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Geis, they'll try to run it. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
So out comes the Patriots offense as they'll get their first shot at things here. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss, okay? And he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The numbers for him from a week ago. 5 catches, 86 yards.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. On 2nd down, it's Hunt, and he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. On 1st and 10, Oakland. That's going to be caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A really good pickup of 28 yards. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. They'll try to run with Hunt, and he is in. Touchdown, New England. Kareem Hunt with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up. They were able to stop him at the line on 1st down, but this time he punches his way through.
And sometimes just because you're stopped on the first run, it doesn't mean the play call was bad or incorrect. You might just need better execution and just a tad more determination. And they got it done on the 2nd try.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive.
It got his man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Well, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty's going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And his pass incomplete.
Incomplete. He was covered by Stephon Gilmore.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Jackson now on 2nd and 10. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, Jackson. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the punt. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little racky on him.
That's a win.
Nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now, defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to the end zone real fast.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Mark Andrews, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And once again, the Patriots are back out in front. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years. The arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
And that throw, pretty impressive, and even 61 yards through the air. Now for the point after. And that makes it 14-10. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it ends with a New England touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Down he goes just shy of the 25. Now a penalty marker is down. Let's see what that's about. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
He'll have a first down and more past the 20. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. We've said it many times, Charles, when you have weapons like this at the wide receiver position, just get them the football any way that you can, and here it's in the run game. On first down, this is Geis. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A get. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. When they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Touchdowns on back-to-back drives, so a very good flow right now offensively.
Hard to slow them down, too, because they are locked in. Feel like the offense coordinator is a little bit ahead of the defensive guys right now. They're beating them to the punch with their play calls. They've got a nice rhythm they're locked into. How can the defensive guys come up with something that'll disrupt that flow? That's what they're seeking right now.
Well, it's been an exciting sequence to watch. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. On first down, they go right back to Hunt. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now first and goal.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. The quick slant caught. And the Patriots are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Second and goal from the 1.
And goal at the 1-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Oakley. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots.
Let's go!
The Patriots have retaken the lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
Over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. He gets it in the hands of Geis. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a second and long. Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And Jackson throwing once more. He's going deep for Brown. He's got it at the 15. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And the 13-year man puts it through, and that will do it for this first half. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime.
That's a fat L.
Offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? Taken in at the 3. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. The ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Malik Harrison on the tackle. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They run again with Hunt. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, and defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know, running, they decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down.
They did indeed. He delivered the yards. They'll run on first down. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Flushed out right. And a throw right sideline is complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 20-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
On first down, it's Hunt. Called out a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
Gain of 5 brings up 3rd and 1.
And it's Michel once again. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal. This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
To the 4-yard line. A pickup of 2. Brings up 2nd and goal.
1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. From the gun, Oakley. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Mark Andrews, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
And they're able to up the lead by 1 more. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it's finished off by a Pats touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Ravens heading out on offense as we look at the playoff picture in the AFC.
And for them right now, not a done deal. They are holding down one of the final 3 wild card spots with 2 weeks to go. But there are others, Charles, kind of nipping at their heels a bit.
And, Brandon, it's always worth keeping in mind, and I have to keep writing it down for myself. Remember, it's 7 teams in each conference now making the playoffs. So that brings more important games to the end of the season. So, in theory, more teams alive for postseason berth later in the year.
So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. From midfield now, here's Jackson. And he's got this down to the 35. 15 more yards there and quickly another 1st down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Jackson on 1st down. Over the middle here to Brown. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a 1st.
1st down, Baltimore.
Out of the gun, Geis. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Jackson going to tuck it down on the option.
And out of bounds all the way down at the 3.
Geez, I mean, what more can you say about Lamar Jackson? We know that he's got the quickness and the agility, but if you wanted proof of his straight line speed, look no further.
They go play action here on 1st down. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Chalk that up as their 1st sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
On 3rd and goal, they're going to run the option.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson keeping it himself from 10 yards away. And now the Ravens, they're just a 2-point conversion away from tying this up.
This defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep it back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone.
Kareem Hunt and the rest of the offense making their way back out there. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. The big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably gotten some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. He'll run it. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a 1st down.
How many times have we seen this late in the 4th quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. A throw over the middle, taken in. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That one good for 13 at a New England 1st down.
That gets them the 1st down, but they've still got to move quickly here.
Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. On 1st down, Oakley. And this one's incomplete. The way he's thrown the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. And he finds a man on the crossing route. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. They'll run on first down. Hunt. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Here's Hunt. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game.
And that score, in this time frame, that's like a big reveal at the end of a great movie, isn't it? Out of nowhere, almost, it appears, they get it done. How about that score?
The finishes like this is why we love sports. This is why we love the game of football.
So glad that we got to be here to watch this one.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, this is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still... You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Pats, the wins keep coming as this one moves them to 12-3 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, their playoff hopes take a big hit as they fall to 8-7. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL.